Almost ready. Almost heaven. West Virginia. Good go. Start recording, streaming, good to go. Live. In pressure, what's happening? Alrighty. Nobody there yet? We're there. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I gotta move that over a little bit. Just a smidge. Right there. Perfect. Really good. Got my glasses, got my drinks. We are ready to roll. Tony. Qatar. What is that? Barbie girls. Harry, Roddy, what's happening? Right. Let's get this ball rolling. XX2XX Tennis Pro. What's happening? All right, let's get the ball rolling. Here we go. All right. Margaret, good evening. Carlos, good evening. Tennis Pro, good evening. Mizor, good evening. Who do we have here? 19 Regal 3. Okay, if you say so. All right, what are we doing here? All right. All right, what's this? Right, no, right there. Okay, that works. Ooh, this one. I'm going to have to reset these. The Wise, ST, what's happening? You're back. Could be Club Med Tom. What are you doing over there, dude? Uh-oh. GE Aerospace. Boogeyman, you actually got to give me the ticker symbol for GE Aerospace. Never heard of it. Sorry. Momo, what's happening? Danny, good evening. Jack Macy, what's happening? David, good morning. Oh, okay. GE. Isn't GE General Electric? Let's check it out. Why not? Electric. Today, General Electric. Space. That's interesting. High. Oh, where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on? Oh, let's get out of there. You don't want to see that. Uh-oh. I want this one. You frog. Right there. And I think that's about that. Yep. All right. GE, try it one more time. And or just tad. How are you? So, like how nice these up. 247.81. Okay. Gotta change something. Empire, when are we going hiking? Anytime you think you can keep up with me, be guest. Little bit of an issue. Okay. There you go. Is that better? Right, that good? Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so how are you? I'm fine. Good morning. Kenny, good evening. How are you? Jeepers Creepers call what he wants. Okay, yeah, whatever. Anyone told you you are? How many? Okay, all right. What's up? Alrighty. All right, Elliot. Do you think getting dragged into will cause even more instability? I'm kind of hoping not bad. All right, Mr. Lou. Good evening. ROI 1% a week safe. Interesting question there, James. Let me ask you a question, James. Okay, now we checked yesterday. There's 10,136 different companies available. The only companies me personally, like have 50 years, decades, 50 years or more of historical performance. Also, they have increased their dividends to their shareholders for at least 2 decades. Okay, what's a 41 plus B12? All right, don't even do that. Let's hear an ad read some promotions. All right, Silver Eagle ain't doing that. Bull Run, will the cuts. Okay, buy all the dips, laugh at the seller. Okay, fine. Okay, James, as I was saying, the companies I look at have historical performance. They have seen 10, 20, 30 years of crap thrown at us by the, what do you call that? The economy, the U.S. economy. So all that crap you've seen over the last 10, 20 years, well, these companies have actually been profitable through all that. Should we slow down investing for a bit or continue? Elliot, I cannot answer that question for you. I know absolutely nothing about you. But I do believe in the U.S. economy. I continuously invest because the companies I buy. Please look up Tractor Supply. Okay, hold on a second. In the stock. Fundamentals are meaningless. Just buy. Okay, you do what you think is right for you. My guess is less than 50. No idea what that means. Okay, so Elliot, like I said, I don't know anything about you. I cannot give you advice. It would be not a wise thing for me to do. How's that? Okay, it would be a disservice. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so let's take a look at GE. Somebody want to take a look. Here we go. Currently at 247.81, so the 250s are going for 340. That's more than 1%. So let me briefly explain to you what I'm doing here, and hopefully we're all on the same track. Because, I don't want you guys wasting your time, all right? But getting that 1% a week, there's got to be done leveraging our something. James, you're relatively new here. Only reason I know that because my name is James, but I don't spell mine with a Y, so I really remember you being here, okay? Now, you may have watched in the past, but this is the first time you're actually participating in the conversation. So sit back, chill, see if it makes sense. But remember, what I'm looking for specifically is a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividends from the companies that are consistently profitable, even through all the crap we've been through for the last 10, 15, 20 years. Alrighty. So, that being said, James, never, ever, ever buy something you want to hold on to term. If you don't understand the stock, don't buy it. If you don't understand the risks involved, don't buy it. Stay in bed. You have risk getting out of bed. You have a risk walking out the door into the front yard. You got a risk staying in the house. Risk is everywhere. But here, we try to mitigate the risk. We try to make sure that everything is as safe as possible. So if you're only investing in good quality companies that have been around for 50 to 100 years and are consistently profitable, there is a risk, yeah. But ask yourself this question. Do you think, seriously, do you think that Coca-Cola or Pepsi, General Motors or Ford could go bankrupt and disappear within the next couple of weeks? Well, I don't either. But usually, when a company is a little bit on the iffy side, the very first thing to go are the dividends. Great, well, because the profits have a tendency to dry up. Okay, well, that is something we look at on a consistent basis. So, are they continuously profitable? If yes, great. Hi, I love the band. Okay, cool. All right. I have a question. Please, ask the question once. Christina, how are you? Inappropriate question here, Miss Christina, but thank you. Sona. Okay, Zatransan, what does SONA mean? Uh-oh. Is Microsoft a good stock for you? Would try. Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy. Love Microsoft. Hold on. I'm going to pause the questions for a little bit. I do try to answer each and every question. However, we're getting to a point where there are so many questions and so many people asking, I can't get to all of them. Even though I try to every single question. I do. Do I get to say the N word if I'm white. You mean like November, Ninja Poop, Numbskull, Knucklehead? Those questions? Waiting for activation. This may take some time. Okay, dismiss. There we go. I don't know what that meant. M. James, is the YouTube stream up? I could not find it tonight on your page. Uh-oh, it should be. Microsoft is only 49 years old. Yeah, I'm well aware of that, Mike. Looking for companies that have consistently increased their profit for at least 2 decades. Now, that's here. Right? All right, so that being said, let's keep on going. As far as I know, ZD, how are you doing today? Nice to see you. Let's keep on going. Jo, how you doing? Okay, so General Electric. Let's take a look. All right, number one. I need the glasses for this. A year ago, right around 161. Now wait a minute. We're on General Electric. Hold on. General Electric 161.32. At the beginning of August at 149.92. Well, that's 90 days. The high, the low, where was the motion? Up, down, up, down. Now it's definitely going up, and you have 2 days of the upside. Well, I love it right here. We're going to zoom in a little bit closer to see if it makes sense. Hold on. Let's chill out with the questions for a bit. All right, last 30 days. 23rd. 23rd. Here we go. Second. Here we go. 30 days a day. Here's our 30-day bottom. 30 days ago. Okay, 2 days later, there's the top. Now, what usually happens? Usually, you can take a look at almost any stock, and you'll see a pattern over and over and over again. You have 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Stock has a tendency to drop, which is usually called profiting, retracement, correction, whatever you want to call it. Okay, if she's at 227, jumps up to 257, that's a $30 range. Well, you got a lot of people taking profits, and yeah, stock drops. Well, now you got 1-2 days to the upside. Well, I like 2 days to the upside, and on the third day, which would be tomorrow, if she's right around and going up, that's what I will jump at. Because I don't like to jump in at the high. I wait for the profits to take place, then I look to jump in, which is right there. We got some noise over here on Zoom. What's going on over there? Who is that? Oh, iPad 8. I forget who that is. All right, so everything looks good. However, let's take a look at what's the seasonality chart if you're familiar with that. Now, a seasonality chart basically chart. All to the left is January 1st. All the way to the right is December 31st. It gives you one whole year at a time, from January to December. Now, the blue line represents the movement this year, 2025. This red line here, well, that is 10 years of average movement. Okay, what does the stock normally do this time of year? Well, we're right here where this blue dot is. That's today. Plainly see baby's fly as a pancake. No big moves to the upside. No big moves to the downside. Well, great. So, let's cover all on this one. If you've been here before, way for me to lose. That's what I like. Now, the reason I say no way for me to lose, because I look at companies that have been around and have a proven track record that are relatively strong, and it's a very low probability of them disappearing. But you never know, because it is what it is. Okay, just sit and get to those questions. Mr. Nice Guy, I will take a look at Tractor Supply. Give me a couple of minutes. All right, so $249.90. That's the current price, $249.90. All right, so the closest strike price. So if I buy it at $249.90 and I sell it to someone else at $2.50, well, I'm going to collect this right here, $3.40 a share. Well, that's more than 1%, and I'm looking for a 1% every single week. Why not? Think about it. Okay? If there's a way to get a simple, safe, consistent, predictable 1% a week, why not do it? It's not that difficult. Now, for those of you that are new here, that haven't been here before, the trading strategy I'm showing tonight, and I will give examples. It is recorded, so you can watch it over and over again. If you have any questions, just ask. Now, the companies I look at have consistent profitability. They have 2 decades of profits, which means they have been around long enough to have 2 decades of profits. Okay, and the profits increase every single day. Every single year. All right. So let's do a covered call on General Electric to see what it looks like. First is change it to a strategy called covered call. To all right, just one contract, so you understand how the numbers work. Open. Here you go. Order and sounds like, and I'll explain it as we progress. You ready? Like a good movie. Here's a good saying. Like a good movie, everything comes together at the end. Okay, so everything will make sense. Just sit back, relax, ask questions, take notes if you need to. Okay, here's the order right here. Buy one covered call, General Electric, 100, which is a weekly, 27 June 25. That means this option is going to expire this coming Friday. So whoever buys it from me has 4 days to do something, if they so desire. The $250 call option against the stock at the market to open. And no, I did not stutter, and no, I did not repeat myself. To open mean there are 2 trades. 1, I'm buying the stock. 2, I am selling a covered call, which is a call option, giving somebody the right, not the obligation, to buy it from me at a certain price, $250, by a certain date. This Friday, 4 days. For privilege, they are going to pay me $576.50 per contract. So each contract I buy is $576. So here's an idea. Let's take a look at it on a different wave, a different perspective. Okay, think of it this way. I'm not used to talking so much, and it bothers my voice box, my larynx, what do you call that thing? Vocal cords, all that stuff right down here. So the ginger tea with honey makes everything better. So one contract, $576. That's the profit. Take a look at all, because everything you need to know is right there. Okay, this is the order. This is my break even, $244. This is my maximum profit, $576. This is the cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, $24,424. That's just for 100 shares of General Electric. Now, think of it this way. Think of it as a cash-producing asset. Okay? It's an asset that you have the ability to take cash flow from on a weekly basis. So here's the thing. If I buy this asset at $24,000, okay, it gives me $576 a month. A week. It's only Monday. Why? Is it Monday or is it Tuesday? It's Monday, isn't it? Yeah, it's Monday. So why am I tired already? So in order to find out what my rate of return is going to be, we're going to need the calculator. So let's get a calculator out here. Calculator, drag it over to now. Uh-oh. So now the rate of return, you divide that by investment. And the investment is $24,424. Okay, 24 me of 2.3%. Well, think about that for a second. Now, this is General Electric. Company's been around for over 100 years. Okay? Hi, James. Is YouTube upstream? Yeah, baby. In the house. What's going on? Think about it. General Electric's been around for over 100 years. The opportunity here, buy a cash-producing asset, one contract, 24 grand. Well, it's giving me 2.3% for 1 week. Well, here's the thing. Let's get rid of this. Let's right to there. Let's go right here. Okay, so if I buy this tomorrow, which is the 24th, right? I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at almost the exact same price I just paid for it. And I'm getting 2.4%, whatever that was, for just this week. Now, hypothetically speaking, if it's in the money on Friday, which is, going to need the glasses for this one. I forget what the hell it was. If it's in the money by Friday, more than likely, they will buy that stock from me, and I will get all my $24,000 back. Plus, I get to keep that $340. Okay, that's my profit. But, however, if it is not in the money come Friday, all right, I will get to do a covered call again on the 30th and do it all again. See, so a covered call. So I pick up 200. What was it? Short memory. Short. $576 for this week. Okay, that's 2.3%. Now, if it is in the money on Friday, I will get all my money back the following Monday. If not, I get to sell another covered call on the week of the 30th. And then I can get a cash flow every single week close to, $300, $400, $500, $700, whatever. But it's going to change every week. It's not going to be the exact same every week. So this week, with the numbers that we're looking at this moment in time, it's 2.3%. Now, if 1% per week is over 50% per year, well, what do you think 2.3% a week is? Well, it's over 100%. Think about it. 2% a week is over 100% a year. Can you imagine doubling your money every single year? Now, I don't get 2% every week. I average about 1.4. Some weeks I miss 1%. Some weeks I get 3 or 4%. But it averages out to 1.4 for me. But I've been doing this for 20 years. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to give you this information. I'm not selling anything. Now, yeah, I do have stuff to sell, but I'm not promoting anything, and I'm not trying to sell you anything. If you want to buy something, you know how to do it. Go to the bio, use all that kind of stuff, but you will not hear me saying a pitch by the end of the day. I'm just here to learn. No, I'm here to teach so you guys can learn. All right. So, tomorrow's the 24th, so if I do that trade tomorrow, I get 2.3%. Friday, I either get all my money back or I do it again on Monday. On Friday, I either get all my money back or I do it again the following Monday. I do it every single week. Remember I said simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. Now, a covered call, I know pretty much exactly what I'm going to make before I do it. That's one of the reasons why I love the covered call. All right? Now, let's go on. I'm going to write General Electric down because 2.3% is not bad at all. 2.3. And what one was that? All right. So the 250 actually looked pretty darn good. All right. What do we have? What we have here? Scott happening. All right, let's keep on going. We're going to take a look at Microsoft in a little bit. Zantron-san. We're going to take a look at Sonar in a little bit. What do we have over here on YouTube? YouTube. Fundamentals is non-negotiable. All right. you. Blind Justice. Cool. Joe, what's in? Jason going on. Not years old. OP to Oppenheimer. Weekly expiration. Blind Justice. Yep. Hey, James, how about inversed positions on equity oil futures? It's interesting, but here's the thing. Okay. I personally, for me, okay. Let's stop for a second. All right. I got a question over here on the ticker. Okay. I personally am perfectly okay with what I am doing. Now, if that works for you, wonderful. Awesome. Okay? But I come from a time frame in the 60s, 70s, where if something works, we leave it alone and just keep using it until it doesn't work anymore. Well, why would I want to look at something else? I am perfectly okay with it. I have no desire to look at anything else. Because simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% a week work for me, less than 10 minutes a day. That's the idea of it. All right, I'm going to hold this one right there. You guys keep asking all these questions. Hold that thought. Will you close at 1%? Blind Justice, no, I will take it. And as days go by, if I do this particular trade first thing tomorrow morning, well, Wednesday morning, I'll look at it again. Thursday morning, I will look at it again. And it's always, always, always going to be a numbers game. What did I buy it at? What strike price did I sell? What's it at now? What are my choices? So, two, consistency of profitability and protection of my, nest egg. Okay? So, preservation of my capital, my nest egg, and cash flow. That's what I'm looking for. Now, the trading strategy is boring as hell. Okay? It is slow. It is mind-numbingly stagnant, for lack of better words. It's the same thing, week after week after week. If you go to my YouTube channel, the10minutetrade.com, you can take a look. I have over 1,000 videos, and all basically saying the exact same thing. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. Well, if it works, why do I want to mess with it? It just doesn't make any sense. I had a question over here. All right. Yes. Hey, boss, what's a typical exit strategy for you? Do you sell at limit or you sell covered calls and money? Exactly. It's always going to be about the numbers. What are the numbers telling me? What did I buy it for? Strike price did I sell? Okay, where's it at now? What choices do I have for consistent profitability and preservation? Okay, I'm 61 years old. No desire, listen closely, no desire whatsoever to go back to punching a time clock. Okay, none. Now, I owned my own business for quite a while, and then I just started working for people. It was easier. Because working for yourself ain't all cracked up to be. Okay, you put in a lot of hours. Yeah, you make a whole bunch of money, but you're trading your time for money. And at some point in your life, you're going to think to yourself, well, what is my time actually really worth? Well, I'm retired now, so all the I made, now I've been working since 1973, so all the money I have accumulated since then now has to last me for the rest of my life. So I don't have the luxury of being wrong. So some of you that aren't retired yet, 10, 15, 20 years to go before you reach retirement. Now remember, for retirement, you got 3 options. Okay? 3 options. You ready? Here we go. Number 1, you can age out, which means you go to work one day and your boss says, whoa, hold on, brother. Go home. You're a little too old for coming to work. Age out means you're too old to work. We all get there and don't think you're anyone special. Okay? Age out. That's number 1. Number 2. Basically, people who walk, they've earned enough money over their lifetimes and they have a residual income coming in from that. We all have a number. What do you need on a monthly basis in order to be able to walk out of work and say, hey, I'm done? A lot of people do it. And number 3, you can toe tag out. Some of you know exactly what toe tag means. Yeah, you die on your way to work, you die on your way home from work, or you die at work. 3 opportunities. That's it. Okay? So, let's keep on keeping on. So, General Electric, I like it if I get one more day to the upside. Because we got 2 days here. Here's your bottom here. 1 day, 2 day. I love 2 days to the upside, but on the 3rd day is where I personally would jump in. That's me. You guys got to figure out what works for you. How do you decide where the bottom is? Because you make money in the stock market buying low, selling high. And no matter what anyone thinks, no matter what one says, if any stocks do more than 2 things, 2, that's it. 2, that's it. They go up, down, up, they go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's it. Go up, go down. That's all it does. It does not come to your house, take the dog for a walk. They do not come to your house and wash the dishes, mow the lawn, fold the laundry, make the bed. No, stocks go up, stocks go down. Stocks go up, stocks go down. That's it. So the idea, find a good company. As a matter of fact, find a whole bunch of good companies and just rotate them. As it goes up, okay, when it gets to the top, you sell. As it comes down, okay, and it turns. See, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 times in 1 year. This stock went up, found a bottom, turned around, went back up again. Found a top, turned around, went down. Found a bottom, turned around, went up. That's all. So if you find a good company, just watch it. Buy it at the right time. Sell it when it's time to sell. Now you have to decide when to sell. Because you have to... 2 things. Number 1, it is not a profit until you take it. Simple. If the stock goes up and you do not take that profit and the stock comes back down and you lose that profit, that's your own damn fault. Ain't profit till you take it. And nobody went broke taking profits. At least nobody I know ever went broke taking profits. Who do we have here? Dennis Mancini. Howdy, Haiti, Haiti, Heidi, Heidi, Hody. Oh, that kind of nice, fun stuff. So, General Electric, I wrote it down. It looks kind of interesting. All right, Zantran San wants to take a look at Sona. Never heard of it. Okay. O-N-A. See, when it pops up like this, saying Sona has no options, it's an automatic no. Okay? Why even bother? Zantran FXI. FXI. Get rid of that. Change this to single. Move this over. Okay. I have no idea what the heck this is. Oh, it's a large cap ETF. It's most likely going to be a no. Now, I'm going to go to FXI. FXI. How can now if you invest, okay, find financial for you. It has this thing. Okay. Dividends only. Okay. Dividends only, and then I want to go back as far as possible. I want to see single dividend this company has paid 2004 until 2025. Well, that's more than 20 years. Wait. 7, 8, 16. We'll take the numbers. Have increased every single. Well, let's find out. 2005, 41. Then I went to 43, 69, 56. That's ours. That's one. 20. That's going back to 32, 22 is 3 times. 45, 16. No. Sorry, dude. No, hell no. 4 times, and we didn't even get to 5 years or 10 years. The non-consistently profitable, every single one of these numbers should go higher, 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 so on and so forth for 20 years. For me, okay? You guys are different. You have to choose what companies you want to invest in. I'm 61. I don't have the luxury of being wrong. So do not put my own money into companies that don't have 20 years of profitability. All right, let's keep on going. How much is the fee to buy Korea? I have no idea what that means. Trader from India. Are we discussing? We're discussing movie clips. We're discussing investing in dividend stocks for a consistent, safe, predictable 1% per week. Mooching with Mini Moo. You using your phone selfie camera. Yep, why not? Everything is backwards. Yep. I have no idea what the financial things mean. I just buy and sell. That's a horrible approach. But what do I know? Okay, Scotty, if you buy a stock and sell a covered call on Monday and then say Thursday the price goes down to your break-even price, do you recommend to buy back the option and sell the stock to prevent or down? No. Scotty, you've been here long enough. You know there's 5 rules. Rule number 1 is never buy something you don't want to hold on to for the rest of your life. That's rule number 1. Never sell a lot. Now, for those of you who do not know, the trading strategy I'm showing you was created for my 9-year-old daughter. Okay, back in 2008, she climbed on my lap and said, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? A 9-year-old. Now, my boys, they were older. They had no interest in money whatsoever. But my 9-year-old girl says, Daddy, can you teach me? All right. So here's the challenge. It's simple. She's only 9. Safe, because she's only 9. Predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. So the 5 rules: never buy something that's not on the list. That was for my daughter. Never buy something not on the list. Now, when I say not on the list, this is my list. Every single one of these green dots represents a company that is consistently profitable for more than 25 years. Every single one of these. Now, this is just for the month of June. The month of July has another bunch. The month of August has another bunch. There's a whole bunch of them that have 25 years or more of increased profitability, because that just makes sense. Your residents, woohoo, Hakuna Matata, what's happening? So take a look at the different companies here. You got Pepsi, Kimberly-Clark, ADP, T. Rowe Price, Albemarle, Coca-Cola, Medtronics, General Dynamics, Cardinal Health, a bunch of other ones. Consistently profitable. Why would you invest any other way? So no, I would not sell for less. I would just keep on rolling the option forward and bring in some kind of income. Even if it's below 1%, I will still take it. The Real Turner, 1% all day, I will take it. Okay, it's boring as hell. Where can we get a copy of the recording? Kelly, good evening, Miss Kelly. Yay! Kelly, YouTube. Okay, YouTube, that 10-minute trade. You can go up to the bio, top left corner, and it says Dividend Stock Talk. Click on there, and you will see the 10-minute trade. Send me an email. DM me. I will have a conversation with anyone. Now, anywhere between 10 to 30,000 people. I'm up to 30,000 people a night come through. Because I got 10 different channels that I'm live broadcasting on. 10. So I got a whole bunch of conversations going on at the same time. If you want to have a conversation, DM me with your phone number, and I will give you a call. Okay? Understandable. Is this Michael Burry? No. Laurie, you're getting so popular, you might need help. Actually, Laurie, I do need help. But I need, well, I'm actually going to be hiring someone. I get to that point where I just can't handle all the emails and I can't handle all the spreadsheets. So it's that time. Because everyone gets at that point. You know, what is my time worth? Well, my time to me is worth more than sitting in front of the computer doing spreadsheets. I just rather just hire someone. Okay, and I'm going to need someone to do the AV with me, so that way we can have better video, and then maybe if that person's smart enough, can zoom in and take a better look at the numbers so you guys can see this. Do you invest or trade? What's your strategy? Sean, how are you doing today? Would you invest in SCHD? Esteban, hell no. I don't like SCHD. Because for me, SCHD are for those people that don't want to do it themselves. Don't get me wrong, SCHD, it's run by a good company, okay? They have historical performance behind them, but I don't like the numbers with SCHD. They're not consistently profitable. I don't like them. It's basically for people who don't want to do it themselves, because you got two choices. When you retire, and you all will get there eventually, okay? You get two choices. Do it yourself or give your money to someone else and let them do it for you. But I'm pretty sure nobody has as much interest in your money than you do. So, Sean, do I invest or trade? What's my strategy? The strategy is called Dividend Capturing 2.0. I created it for my 9-year-old daughter. Okay, it's basically cash flow investing. See, I'm investing with companies that I would like to hold long term. But if they hit my target, I'm out. That's it. All right? All right, what other questions do we have? Questions. What is General Electric symbol? GE. Escapology. If you are making so much money on stocks, why are you wasting time on TikTok? I just love when people tell me how I should live my life. Well, escapology, here you go. You ready? At some point in your life, and we all get there, all right? At some point in your life, you feel compelled to share what you have learned over the years. So yeah, I have a video channel, and I share what I've learned, okay? So I think it is a crime to take everything that you have learned to your grave. Pass it along. And also, escapology, I'm creating a video diary for my children and my grandchildren, and hopefully my great-grandchildren. Stock market's been around for 400 years. Dividend capturing is one of the oldest strategies there is. It's 400 years old. 400 years old. The strategy that I use. Well, if it's been working for the past 400 years, why the hell not pass that information along? Okay, this is not the only video channel I have, because I have other information up here that I want to share. Okay? Now, my children are at that point in their lives where they're finding what I'm doing rather interesting. Because they always say, what does your dad do? Well, I don't know, because they didn't know. Okay, so I admit, thank you. I'm starting to invest in QYLD. What are your thoughts on QYLD? Now, Anthony, if it works for you, perfect. Do it. I don't like, me personally, I don't like it. I don't like JEPQ. I don't like Devo. There's a lot of things I don't like because they just don't fit what I'm looking for. Esteban, I am rolling over my 401k to a rollover IRA. I want to move some money into an ETF like SCHD. Nothing wrong with that. I do want to take control. Well, why would you put it into SCHD if you want to take control? See, I give very minimal advice. Okay, one advice, do I like eBay? Yeah, I give very minimal advice. Number one, never use margin money until you understand the risks. Number two, never invest your money until you perfect the trading strategy with paper trading. Okay, I don't like energy transfer. No, I used to trade energy transfer years ago, but ever since they've done whatever they did, the premiums are absolutely horrible, so I don't do that. Which ticker symbol for GE? Did you seriously just ask that question, Fonzarelli? Think about it. What ticker symbol for GE? I'm going to give you a minute, see if you get it. The ticker symbol for GE, General Electric, GE. What is the ticker symbol for General? I'm going to see if you get it. Move some to ETF, play it safe, and then do it alone. If it works for you, great. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think everybody should learn about their own money. Learn what to do with it. Mr. Nice Guy, any advice on not getting your stocks called to avoid a tax bill? Okay, number one, Mr. Nice Guy, if you're worried about taxes, what a tragedy. Think about it. You're making a lot of money, so you have to worry about taxes. Yeah, talk to a tax strategist or a tax planner. Set your accounts up to a point where you legally pay the least amount of taxes legally. Okay? All right, I think I'm caught up with the questions. Oh, Urban, back again. You disturbed young child there, brother. Any advice? Okay, we already did that one. Thoughts on Pfizer and KHC? I like both of those. Uber, Jack, think about it, Jack. Has Uber been around for at least 20 years? Jack, yes, no. Uber, 20 years? Probably not. Hims has been around for 20 years. I have no idea what the financial thing means. Actually, you do. You just want to play dumb. Because we all know something. If you are over the age of 10, you have some idea of money and you have some idea of a good company. Because if you're in a car and mom and dad are driving, you're driving down the road, you see Exxon, you see Shell, you see Arby's, McDonald's, Walmart. These things you see as you're driving along. So wouldn't it make sense if you see certain things everywhere? Well, something has to be working for that company. Think about it. You know a lot more than you think you do. Hey, Mark, spam submission. Cool bean, thank you. Okay, Rambler and video. Oh, you know what? Let's take a look. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm going to do this for Rambler. Rambler wants to take a look at NVIDIA. All right, Rambler. All right, NVIDIA. Gonna need the glasses for this one. Let's avoid this and go right to Yahoo Finance. I do this once a week, once a week. So we're going to take a look in the company and share their profits, which means hypothetically their profits should increase after a year, correct? Well, let's take a look at NVIDIA. So, NVIDIA, $4.07. Yeah. Well, for NVIDIA, here, so let's check it out. 2005. It was to 2000. Are you kidding me? Yeah. first dividend in 2012. Well, that's 20 years. That's not close. But let's look at the numbers. All right? So you get $144 per share. So let's take a point one, not even 1 penny. That's point. All right, 0.18, 0.18, 0.18. That's not going up. That's the exact same. 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.22, 0.2. Ooh, 4 years. Not even 1 penny. 1/10 of a penny. All right, well, let's keep on going. 4. Now, we're paying $144 for a 1 penny. Let's look in for a second. $144 for a 1 penny. Definitely. So let's take a look at the summary. Now the summary tells us numbers here. Okay. 86 to 100. That's almost a 50% spread between 150 and 86 is a low. Look at the volume, 150 million. What's a number you're going to like? Here. You're going to yield. Now, do you understand what dividend yield is? That's how much money you get. Okay, for 1 year, you'll get 0.03. That's not even 1/100th of a percent. 3/100th. Think about it this way. If you invest $100, 1% is $1. $100, 1% is $1. Well, this percent 0.03. If you invest $100, you're getting 3 cents. You're getting 3 cents for every $100 you put into NVIDIA. And it's not consistently profitable. The profit is increasing systematically every single year. So I'm curious, why do you think that is investment? I'm looking at it. Okay, absolutely horrible in my humble opinion for what I'm doing. Now, if you want to buy a stock and have shoot to the moon, yeah, that might be your choice. But I won't even look. I won't even give it the time of day because it just doesn't fit what I'm doing. Okay, 305 La Playa. Okay, dude, we've done this before. This is not the first time you've been here. JEPQ, hell no. DIVO, double hell no. Okay, time to delete. So there's no sideways stocks. Do you have a stock in particular that you think goes sideways? Think about it. Now, they do have something called channeling, where it stays between a certain top and a certain bottom. Uh-oh. Hakuna Matata wants to come on. What do you have to say here, brother? Uh-oh. Here we go. Okay, I sent you the invite. You're ready to go when you are. Thoughts on Iran Israel ceasefire deal? Don't get me involved in politics. You won't like what I have to say. I'm wondering, what experience do you have? Well, what kind of experience is it that you feel that I need in order to be able to read numbers on a screen? I mean, I did go to elementary school. I do know my alphabet, and I know the words and numbers, because that's all I'm doing. I'm just reading words off of a screen. I don't give advice. I don't tell people what to do. I'm just reading numbers. So what experience is it that you think that I need?
I
Experience.
think that.
Hakuna! How are things over there in...
Hello, long time no see.
Is
Thank
it
you
Switzerland?
for honoring me and letting me having you up in your life. It was a long time ago.
Okay, wait a second.
Yeah,
Hold on a second. I'm going to ask you a question. And if you answer wrong, I'm going to hang up on you.
I'm getting nervous now.
Okay, that book you were
But
writing.
before you hang up, I have a few questions.
Okay, wait, hold on. The book you said you were writing that you wanted me to look input on. How's that book coming along?
It's coming. I just did notebooks. And maybe back here again, maybe I need to have complimentary answers. But I also wanted to ask you, is this similar to, and I think you mentioned that, similar to the wheel? Or you have taken away some part that you feel is really necessary?
Okay, now we've had this discussion before. Okay, the wheel strategy is two different strategies. It's the cash secured puts first, and then when you put the stock, then you do the covered call. But basically, they're both the exact same, fundamentally, because you're taking a big chunk of money, you're putting it aside, you're getting a rate of return on the cash secured put. Well, the covered call, you're doing the exact same thing. You're taking a big chunk of money, putting it aside, and getting a return on it. Same thing, but you're using different options. You're using put options on the cash secured put, and then using call options on the covered call. But they're both the exact same. And for me, I do look at cash secured puts and compare it to covered calls. And it's always going to be about the numbers, first of all, consistency of cash flow, second, and third, preservation of my capital.
So would you say that you started with the wheel strategy and
Nope.
then you skimmed it down a little bit?
Nope. Did not start with cash secured puts. I don't like doing it. I do it maybe once every 2 or 3 months if the numbers work and the chart tells me to. Because Rod Stewart, every picture tells a story. So every chart you look at tells you where the high, where the low, and it gives you an idea of where the stock is going next. So by looking at the chart, it will tell me where is it going next. What is the best play where I'm going to be making and I'm going to be
and saying, sir, I saw you under quite fun. He was behind the laptop, and you said, say hello to twins. And
yes, that was Doc. He's a oh wait a second. Well, hold on. He's going to be a concierge doctor. You know, the rich people. So it's a good thing. Ooh, I talked to him for reminding me.
so, my friend, you said that you were figuring out using this software how to find out how it will hit your targets. And my question is, are you talking financial targets or are you talking TA targets, technical analysis?
Okay, wait. Okay, see, what we were doing in that video, okay? Stocks have a tendency, especially dividend stocks, have a tendency to have repeatable patterns based directly on either seasonality or a known event. Well, a known event could be earnings reports, it could be dividends, and it could be seasonality, which is certain stocks react to Black Friday, Easter, New Year's, summer, winter, fall. Each season, stocks react differently to them. So if you can see a pattern that happens every single year systematically, well, by knowing that, it gives you a little bit of an edge to know when a stock is going to move. Well, once you know when a stock is going to move, well, what do you do? What do you do with that information? Because there are literally dozens of strategies. Okay, so if you know a stock's going to go up, what do? Simple question. Most people just want to buy the stock. Well, that might work for some people. Not me. I wanted a safer trading strategy. Chuck Denson asks, what is the General Electric symbol? I can't believe, Cocoon, you people are asking what is General Electric's stock symbol? GE. What is GE, General Electric's stock symbol? It's GE. Yeah, it's GE, General Electric.
Maybe they're afraid of getting exited.
I don't know. I don't know. What is the lowest delta you use? Okay, Mr. Gunn, I do not use the delta. I don't. I use a simple, predictable trading strategy. If it makes sense, if it doesn't make sense, no. Hakuna, what else you got for me?
Yeah, okay, sorry. I know you want to kick me out as soon as possible. I'm just kidding. No, so I was also thinking about, you said you need some kind of workers. So I was thinking, when are we having our negotiation?
Well, see, it's going to be a little bit challenging for you to work for me because you're in Switzerland.
Oh, hell no, you said it wrong again.
Sweden, Switzerland, either way on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, but Switzerland is in the Alp countries, close to Geneva Lake and to France and Italy.
Now, see, I was in France a few years ago. I was in France. We landed in Belgium, and we drove from Belgium all the way down to Nice. And we spent a week in the Riviera.
I will send you an atlas.
Well, I know where Switzerland is. It's between France and I think. Oh, what the hell's on the other side? I want to say Germany. Isn't Germany on the other side of Switzerland? Is it?
It's on top of Switzerland.
Oh, so Germany's on the north of Switzerland. France is on the east. No, France is on the west. What's on the east?
And you also have the Italians, like Cortina, Val Gardena, that is also close to the French Alps. And you can go from the Italian Alps to Mont Blanc, for example, in France.
Hey, something interesting. A lot of Europeans give us America a lack of traveling. Okay, now I know because I've been to Europe. Okay, I can start in France. Okay, a half hour. Wait a second. I have a half an hour in 2 or 3 hours and be in another country. Okay, here in the United States, to go from Boston to Florida is a 20-hour drive. Now, driving from Boston, which is on the East Coast, to San Francisco on the West Coast is a 72-hour drive. So the Europeans, well, you guys don't travel. That's because the United States is so freaking big. It is freaking huge. It takes 8 hours going from the tip. Yeah.
But we're talking about traveling outside, And I heard that the majority of Americans, citizens, 85% have passport. And if they have been abroad, they probably, or most likely, have been to Canada or Mexico.
Did you say 85% of Americans have passports?
Don't have passports.
Absolutely. I was going to say 15% of Americans have passports. 85% don't. But you're right. All right, so anyway, you have any questions for me?
Yes, it was that about the salary, how we're going to negotiate that, and what I can help you. I know I'm on the other side of the park. I was thinking maybe it's possible that I could bring something. If there's something that you feel that will lift some weight off from your shoulder,
the only help I need at the moment is with my email lists, marketing, and spreadsheets, data entry. It's all boring stuff.
Do you think this could be a joint venture? I look at this. We have some
Okay.
kind of joint venture.
Okay. Wait a second. How about Okay, how about you and I have a conversation offline? That way everybody's not listening to us, because we got maybe 1,000 people here tonight listening to the conversation. How about we send me an email or send me a text? So you actually have my number.
I am so sorry, and I'm about to go to bed anyway. And you have an amazing audience. Thank you. I love the work that you're doing. You are making people rich, despite that they don't understand how much 1% per week is.
I know. I know.
That will beat.
Yeah.
And many regrets.
All right. Well, you get some rest. I'll talk to you another day.
I will. Look forward to the morning.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice night. Bye. I am wondering, what experience do you have? Oh, we already asked that question. Justice. What strategy would you use if the stock dropped 10%? The exact same strategy I'm currently using. Why would I change? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Actually, it's simple. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stock down. If you think you're going to buy a back to and we looked at energy transfer many times. I did trade energy transfer years ago. Take a look at this here. It's at $20. The 18 is going for 5 cents. Hell no. The 1850, 1 penny, 19.0. Okay, there are certain stocks where the premiums are absolutely horrible. Now, energy transfer used to have good premium. They don't anymore. So why keep hold of them? It's just no. All right. Real Turner, how are you today? Thanks for the roses. Woohoo! I got roses. Mr. Nice Guy, don't you ever get concerned with getting a stock called and get hit with a big tax bill? Okay, Mr. Nice Guy, here you go. Are you ready? Now, this is my limited knowledge on taxes. If you hold your if you hold your trading account in your own personal name, you are taxed on the absolute 100% highest tax rate there is, if it's in your personal name. Now, let's say, hypothetically speaking, you open up now this is not advice at all. Let's say, hypothetically, you open up a limited liability corporation, or an S corporation or C corporation, or even a foundation, or even a nonprofit organization. As a corporation, you are taxed at the corporate levels, and profits from one part of the corporation can be offset by losses on the other side. Okay? Now, you can put it into a family trust. You can put it into an unincorporated business trust. There's a lot of things you can do with your trading account. That's why I always tell people, talk to a tax strategist. I'm not qualified to give any information on anything. And you should never blindly listen to someone on YouTube. Even me. If I say something you find interesting, write it down. Go do some research. Does it make sense? Is it true? These questions really aren't that difficult. And with the fingertips, you can find out any information you want. KHC. Ooh, Kakaram. How are you doing today? KHC. Kraft Heinz, 100-year-old company. high, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, right here, 25.92. And it looks as if it's found the bottom because it's been dropping, and this could be the bottom right here. Well, before we even look at that, is it going to be worth our while to do it? So currently 25.95, so we'll look at the 26s, and it's going for 20 cents. Well, it's not 1%. So no matter how wonderful this looks, it's not paying me what I'm looking for. Now, if you like Kraft Heinz and you're okay with getting less than 1% every single week, fine, do it. But for me, no. Look at the last 3 days. Okay, here's your high, here's your low. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 3 days to the upside. It's found the bottom last week. Now it's going back up again. If you like Kraft Heinz. La Playa. Hi, my friend, learning more every day. You're welcome, you're welcome. Briggs. No, I have no idea what that means. Anthony, I'm starting to invest in QYLD. What are your thoughts on it? No, I don't like, me personally, I don't like it, Anthony. I always tell people, if you're working for you, you do you. You do what you want, okay? Me personally, I like companies that are consistently profitable for at least 2 decades, have weekly options so that I can get 1% every week. QLD, DIVO. It works great for some people. Now, some people don't want to invest their own money. Some people want to give their money to a financial advisor or a manager and let them do it for them. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not for me. Because I haven't seen a single money manager or financial advisor give more than 30%. Now, there are a few of them, okay, but you probably, and even I probably can't get in them. I think Ray Dalio, Warren Buffett, there's a couple other ones. Because I was watching a podcast and saying some of these guys are making outrageous amounts of money. But you cannot invest with them. James, did you look at Gap? Sterling, not yet. Let's take a look at Gap right now. GAP. Fall into the gap. Okay. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? Looks like it's turning. All right, we'll zoom into that in a little bit if the numbers work out. If I buy it at 21.74, I'm going to look at the 22s, and the 22s are going for 11. That don't sound very good. But look, the last trade was 21.43. The 21.50s, that's a yes. But why is it 20.78, 21.74? So I can't go by these numbers. I have to use that one. So the 21.50, 27. Now, remember, all of these numbers here are going to change every 3 to 4 seconds tomorrow morning as soon as the market opens. 9:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, every single one of these numbers changes, all the way until 3:59:59, until 4 o'clock. Okay, keep changing. You got to find a number that you're okay with. It's like throwing a dart at a moving train. Wait a minute. It's like throwing a dart on a dartboard that's on a moving train. While you're blindfolded riding on a horse. I remember that. All right, so do I like eBay? Mitchell. Oh, wait a second. We're looking at the gap. Hold tight. D. So you sell a put option at the strike near the current trading price to maximize premium. No, D, I do not. I very, very, very rarely do puts. Extremely rarely. Gap. Let's take a look at the numbers. All right, need glasses for that one. A year ago, 24.83. Uh-oh, what the hell happened there? Something happened to my YouTube. Something happened to my YouTube. 3, 2, 1, and we're live again on YouTube. I don't know why that went off. All right, no. gap. We'll do that. So how do you collect the premium? Oh, that's easy. Easy breezy. Okay, now literally, D, there are literally hundreds of videos explaining cash secured puts and covered calls on YouTube. Shows you exactly how to do it. As a matter of fact, if you have a trading account with a broker, just give them on the phone. Say, hey, can you walk me through a few of these trades? And know in advance what it is you're trying to do. I always tell people, paper trade until you perfect it. D, you said you don't do puts. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't teach puts. Very rarely will you ever see me do a put. Because it's always going to be a numbers game for me. It's always going to be about the numbers. What am I buying it for? What strike price am I selling? What kind of premium am I collecting? Okay, what direction is the stock going? These are all interesting questions you need to ask yourself. Any advice on getting your stocks called to avoid taxes? Mr. Nice Guy, we talked about. Kerry, do you always do covered calls or do you ever sell cash secured puts till assignment? Absolutely, Kerry. I do both, but I only teach one strategy here. So keep in mind, okay, I'm not trying to sell anything. There are literally dozens of trading strategies. You got to find one that works for you. Well, the strategy I am giving to you for free and showing you how to do, I'm not charging anything for it. I'm not asking for anything. I think it's my responsibility to share what I have learned over the past 20, 30, 40 years of my life. That's what I'm doing. I'm sharing information. Also, I'm creating a video log for my children and my grandchildren because as I get older, okay, I am not delusional thinking I'm going to last forever. So the information I have, I started like 10 years ago to do videos for my children and my grandchildren so they can come back and say, hey, how did Papa G do all this? Well, this is how I do it. Okay? Sterling, how are you today? All right. Papa Louse, how are you doing? Just covered calls? D, here. I'm just doing covered calls here. Okay, now I have a morning trading group that people pay to be part of. There we do other things. But here, just this one. That's it. I have to draw the line somewhere. I can't give everything away. I could, but I'm not going to. Okay? All right. What other stocks fit this system? Chuck Jensen, how are you today? Chuck Jensen. Wait a minute. Kerry, do you always do covered calls? Yeah. Okay. Chuck Jensen, are you ready? Okay, hope you got a pencil and paper. Chuck. Dividend kings and aristocrats. Dividend champions. Dividend contenders. Warren Buffett's list. Okay, if you like Ray Dalio, if you like, what's her name? That Kathy, I forget her name. If there's other traders you like, you can watch them, and you like what they're doing, fine. Kathy Woods, thank you. Chuck, thank you. Okay. Who cares if it's boring if it works? I'm with you, Chuck. I like that idea. Woods, thank you. Someone else got that one for me, too. Okay. Cuddy, what's happening? Do you grab the camera for edit? Nope, I don't edit anything. Does this dude respond to chat? Absolutely, I do not respond to the chat at all. You're welcome, guy. Okay. Thank you, Chimera. Do you roar? Dude, I don't know. Sorry. It's not, no, I don't do that childish stuff. Philip, did you kill anyone? Ooh, well, you're trying to incriminate me. All right, let's see what else. What else do we have? Brian, Daryl, good evening. Good evening. CRCL. Okay, what the heck is CRCL? Oh, wait a second. We're still doing the gap. Hold on. We're still doing the gap. Hold on. All right, so 2143, the 2150s, 27. Okay, so let's look at what is the chart telling me. Now remember, Rod Stewart from 1970s. I don't know how many people ever heard that one. Every picture tells the story, don't it? Okay. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down. What's happening here? I can see it here, but this is the 1 year chart. I got to zoom in to see exactly what's happening the last 30 days. Because the last 30 days are going to have more bearing on where the stock is going than all this crap. That's months ago. Here, today, yesterday, the day before, that has more bearing where the stock's going to go. I disagree. Stocks go three ways, up, down, and sideways. Mr. Nice Guy, where do you see a stock going sideways anywhere here? Where? Who trying to get it right? No support and resistance is more important. Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm playing Fall Guys right now. Okay. Who trying to get right? Okay, whatever. It's consolidating now. You can call it whatever you want. Dow looking good for next week. Hog also looking good for next week. Okay, DK, we'll take a look at that one. Sit tight. How am I today? Johnny Warner, I am doing wonderful. Let's take a look at the gap. And I'm waiting for Mr. Nice Guy to give me one stock that goes sideways. Because all I see is down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I don't see a sideways anywhere. Okay? There's 5 numbers for you to remember in a day. 5. You ready? High of the day, low of the day, opening of the day, close of the day, and the range. 5 numbers. Where do you see sideways? I don't see sideways anywhere. Let's go backwards. Hold on. I don't want to miss these. Okay. Don't. So there's no sideways with stocks. I disagree. Okay, Mr. Nice Guy. I will DM you $100 right now if you can show me one stock that goes sideways. One. If anyone can show me one stock that goes sideways, I'll give you $100. I'll DM it to you. Okay? Cash App. Sideways. No up, no down, just sideways. Okay, so let's get back to the gap. Okay. A year ago, 24.96, we bottomed out at 1702 in the beginning of April. We topped out at 29.35 and towards the end of May. Okay, so here we go, the last 30 days. Right there. Here's your last 30 days. 30-day high, 30-day bottom right there, and she's starting to go back up again. All right, well, that works. Let's get rid of this. Okay, here's your 30-day bottom here. That's definitely going to the upside. Do you like the gap? You got 5 questions. Number 1, does it make sense? Number 2, do I like this company? Number 3, do I like this company at this current price? 4, am I willing to buy it, hold it for the rest of my life until it hits my target? Well, what's my target? If I'm buying it at 21.43, my target is going to be 21.50. It may hit it today, it may hit it tomorrow, it may hit it in a week from now. But that's my target. Okay, what do we have over here? Philip, I know I'm right. The one you're showing now, it's impossible to go strictly sideways. No shit. Okay? Stocks go up and go down. They do not go sideways. They channel. There's a big difference between channeling and going sideways. Okay, channeling, they stay within a range. It looks like it's sideways from afar off, but if you zoom into it, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. That's all it does. All right, flower stem. What the hell does that mean? You know I'm right. Well, of course I know you're right. Good point. I believe people say it goes sideways without actually understanding what sideways means. Yeah, I get that. All right, DG302. Have I looked at VFC Wheatley? We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Victory. Hey, man, I'm from Brazil. Que pasa, amigo? Como está? Oh, wait a minute. Brazil, they talk Portuguese. I don't know any Portuguese. And I don't know how to speak English, but I am trying. So if you're reading this, give me a thumbs up because I won't understand anything you say. 1 thumb up, 2 thumbs up. Yay! All right. How many trading methods do you use? Okay, lemonade. I do whatever is the safest, simplest, and most productive. Okay? Why do you refer to an index fund as a company when it's a basket of companies? Mindy, explain to me, if you will, okay? An index fund, okay? Does it have one person that is in charge? Usually, yes. Does it have a bunch of little minions that take care of all the day-to-day operations? Usually, yes. Does it have an address? Usually, yes. Does it have a CEO? Usually, yes. Does it have a CFO? Usually, yes. Well, basically, you just label the company. It is what it is. It's called an index fund, but it's really a small company with a certain goal. It is what it is. I had a couple questions that I missed. Okay. La Playa, I already told you, no JEPQ, no Devo. So there's no sideways with stocks. No, I disagree. Okay, Mr. Nice Guy, like I said, show me one company that goes sideways. Let's finish up with the gap first before, we keep continuing. So I like the gap 2150. Let's check this out. Covered call 2150. There it is, right there. One contract. Right there, and at the market, right there, and here's Johnny. Buy one covered called Gap. Weeklies. 27 June 25. That's this coming Friday. The 2150 call option against the Gap stock at the market to open. Okay. My profit is $37. It's going to cost $2,100. So let's get the calculator. What does that mean? What does that mean? Profit $37. What is it costing? $2,113. It gives me a grand total of 1.75% for the week. Actually, it's for 4 days because Monday's already gone. So for the rest of the 4 days for this week, 1.75%. Well, that's a nice amount. Right. So CRCL. Hold on a second. I'm going to write this one down. Which one was it again? Gap. 1.75 and the 2150. 2150. So that way at the end of the week, we can take a look at the ones we picked out. Okay, if you like the gap. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to here. All right. CRCL. CRCL. Search internet, blah, blah. Okay, wait a second. This thing, it doesn't have a year. No, sorry. All right, Ryan. Have you made 1% per week every week this year? Ryan, no, I did not. Let me show you, Mr. I missed my trades. All right, I got 7. I got 7 accounts. I share 3 of them publicly. You ready? Account 1, account 2, account 3. Week 23, June 2nd to June 6th. Okay. Oh, I haven't figured that one out yet. Damn it. Oh, I haven't done that one yet either. Damn. All right. Week 22, 1.4, 2.7, 0.5. Right here, 0.5. See, I only made $1,100 on this account. 0.5. See, 0.59. Okay, so no, I didn't make 1%. 3.8, 0.8. That's not 1%. 4.4, 3.1, 3.6, 4.2, 3.6, 1.1, 1.4, 2.08, 1.1, 1.3, 0.6. Didn't make 1% there either. 1.9, 2.7, blah, blah, blah. So about 4 times this year I did not hit 1% every single week. Okay? But I'm averaging over 1% every week. Okay, let's keep on going. The CRCL, it doesn't even have a year worth. Hold on. Okay, what do we got? Nope, sorry. You must have invest in IQD. Oliver, what the hell is IQD? Never heard of it. IQD. Yeah. Okay. When it says we cannot find that symbol, that means no. Tina Coco. Apple. Love Apple. We actually did some Apple this week. AAPL. Some Apple. All right, so here we go. Apple. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 201.50. So I'll be looking at the 202s. And the 202s are selling for 166. Now, I already own Apple. I bought it a couple of weeks ago at 205. Okay, first week I had it, I sold at 205. Nice premium. The following week, I sold the 200s. Well, this week, I sold the 200s again. Okay, it's all a numbers game. All right. Vin 01. Sandy wants to take a look at Kohl's. All right, Sandy, let's take a quick look at Kohl's. Oh, wait a second. Apple. Apple's not paying 1% this week. Okay, so it's at 201 at the moment. Okay? And that's only going for 166. So it's not optimal to jump in this week. All right. Kohl's, huh? Now, I do own some Kohl's also. I'm new to Kohl's. Look at this. Down. No. Sorry. Vin. MSTY. Do me a favor. Vin. Go to whatever financial website you use and take a look at how many years has MSTY consistently increased its profits to their shareholders. Go ahead. You do that, and then come back and tell me how many years, and then we'll take a look at it. All right. Thank you for your input, Mindy, about the index fund. Procter & Gamble. Love Procter & Gamble. They've been around for over 100 years. Let's take a look. High, low, where was it, where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? Now it's coming back up. The 161, the 162 is 50 cents. Hell no. Why would I buy, even though the chart looks okay, if it's offering me a 50-cent premium on a $161 stock? No. I'm waiting for Procter & Gamble at 158. Cool beans. Chuck Jensen, do you see it? Here's your bottom right here. 2 days to the upside. I mean, the numbers work. I mean, the chart looks good, but the numbers are horrible. Okay? So, if I was going to buy it at 161.50, well, the 160 for 50 cents. It's not worth it for me, especially when there are other companies that give more than 1% every single week. Now, I like Procter & Gamble. They are a dividend king, got 5 decades or more of increased profits. So in that, yeah, but most, no. Okay, a DKG, VFC. VFC is also a good company on the list. No. Okay, take a look. Here's your top. Down, 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 down. Now, it's nice if you want to just watch it until it finds the bottom. See, finds the bottom, turns around, goes back up. Find the bottom, turn around, go back up. Well, it's searching for the bottom. Bottom fishing. Looking for the bottom. As soon as it finds the bottom, it'll turn around and go back up again. Matter of fact, I'm going to write VFC for next week. VFC. Zen's waiting for PFC. PG, okay. Real residence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do we got there? One clean ride. How are you today? Fun shop. Odom, good evening. Haven't seen you in a while. Sunny, do online have U.S. titles? Okay. Aunt Kiki, how are you today? Is this a calendar you created or found in Yahoo? Okay, Aunt Kiki, the calendar you saw, where is it? Right here. Okay, this calendar here is called an EX Dividend calendar. What's going on over there? All right. The EX Dividend calendar. It shows me when stocks are getting ready to pay their dividend. Because if you want to collect a dividend, you have to buy it before the little green dots. Okay, they represent all the companies that have consistently increased their profits for more than 25 years. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go to Google and put in the search EX Dividend Calendar. And there's a whole bunch of companies that love to give you their calendars. Germcan, good evening. Dimitri, how are? But they might be more qualified to invest your money. Dimitri, I'm going to agree with you. Okay, now I'm assuming you're talking about a money manager or a financial advisor. They might be more qualified to invest your money. I'm going to use and I'm going to emphasize the word your money, not mine. Okay, I've been investing my own money for the past 20 years. And I'm pretty okay with what I got. Daryl Blaine Miller. Will Intel start doing dividends again? Daryl Blaine Miller, I honestly don't know. Waterwell, helping people. Thank you. No one. Hello. Check the filtered questions. Okay. That's a blessing. Thank you. Jonathan Sadler. Thank you. All right. Oh, somebody wants to take a look at Microsoft. MSFT. No. Wasn't that quick? Now, when I say I look at a chart, I'm looking for 5 things. Okay? And those 5 things I can find within 3 to 4 seconds. Let's take a look at Microsoft, and I'll show you those 5 things I'm looking for. Number 1, the high. Number 2, the low. Number 3, where was it a year ago? Number 4, where is it now? Number 5, just take your finger and go like this. Down, up, down, up. That's it. Just take your finger. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all it does. I don't buy anything at the high of the year. To me, that is a time to sell, not a time to buy. Anyway. Travis, how are you? You must have... Okay, no. Hello from Guyana. Well, hello to you. Yes, channeling is consolidating. Okay, Philip. You should know that. Okay, Philip. My name is Forrest. All right, Forrest. Fortnite or Fall Guy. Okay, whatever. You're full of it, bro. Oliver, thank you. Everybody's full of something, but I'm full of it. Okay, wonderful. Canadian or 51 state. Right? Do you pull fibs? I have no idea what a fib is in the context in what you're talking about. Any thoughts on yield max? Military defense stocks. You mean Boeing? Halliburton? Stocks like that? I love Halliburton. How many trading methods do you use? Predominantly 1. But sometimes I'll do 3 or 4. Okay? Now, you do got to understand different trading strategies require a different amount of time and a different amount of understanding. So for the 9-year-old daughter, it was one trading strategy and only one. Simple, safe, predictable, all that stuff. Okay? So the other trading strategies, some of them have a higher rate of return, but they also have a higher risk. Okay? So for me, it's 1% a week, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1%. I'm perfectly okay with that because 50% a year works perfectly fine for me. Now, I have other ways of spending my time during the day rather than sitting in front of a computer. So I do 10, 15, 20 minutes of my own trading, and then I'm done for the day. That's it. But that's me. You got to figure out what works for you. And we're all different. We all have a different goal in mind. We all have different risk factors. We all have a different amount of money to play with. And we all have a different amount of time before we need to access our money. Now, I'm retired. So the money I make on a weekly basis pays my bills. And that's why I do this. Because I'm too young to get Social Security. And I've looked at what they're going to offer me on Social Security next year. It's almost laughable, but it is what it is. So this is the only trading method you have to offer. Here, yes. Okay, I know almost every trading strategy there is. Almost. But I don't do them all because they all require more time, more effort. Okay? At some point in time, money loses its luster. Diamonds cease to sparkle. But you don't know where that came from. It was Conan the Barbarian. All right. Okay, everybody there. Cool. Flame Extreme. Thoughts on Yield Max? I don't like Yield Max stocks because they haven't been around for over 20 years yet. What is my favorite color? I have no idea what that even means. I'm Yag, and my name is Forrest. Okay. All right. All right. All right. How often do good companies with monthly options switch to weeklies? Johnny, that's a good question. I don't know. Okay, Lip Doctor. We already looked at Apple. Philip. Thank you for that, Philip. Do you pull Fibonacci extensions? Nope. Yay and nay. Nope. What up, big dog? Rogel Dorn. How are you today? Do you pull Fib? I don't even know what does fibs mean. Is that Fibonacci crap or lying? Because where I grew up, fib is a lie, and fib in the trading world is something to do with Fibonacci. Yeah, no. I'm trying to help you guys. Do you pull fib? No, I don't. Too much red. Too much red? All right, there you go. Now we're blue. Hope you feel better. Flip the camera horizontal. How about no? You want everybody to lose. I don't like you. All right, Philip, thank you. Nike. Jamar wants to take a look at Nike. Well, let's take a look at Nike. NKE. Okay, interesting. The high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up. What's going on here? All right, we'll take a closer look at it. If the numbers work. So let's go to here. 60, 78. So I'm looking at the 61s. The 61s are going for 228. That's over 3%. Well, think about it. 3%? Well, 3% is over a 150% per year if you could do 3% every week. If. Okay. So let's take a closer look at it. A year ago was the high of the year, 98.04. Big drop. Now, I jumped in at this big drop, because that was right at the time of the, during the Olympics, right there. And I bought down here. I dollar cost average here, and I ended up getting rid of it when she bounced back up. Okay? They went down, and then went up. And then went down, and then went up. Well, here's the bottom right here, and now it's going back up again. Well, fine. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. The low of the year is in April, okay? Right at TDS Day. We're calling this TDS Day. That's when Trump said, what do you call them? Tariffs. Tariffs, 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 and the thing dropped. Okay? And then she bounced up. Now we're at 60.78. Okay? The last 30 days right there. This is the last 30 days. 59, jumps up to 65, drops back down to 59. Now we have 1 day to the upside. Here's your high, here's your low. Now she's going back up again. What is your for the bottom? I like 2 days to the upside. Well, we have one so far. 2 more would bring us into Wednesday, if it looks good. So we're just going to put Nike down, and we'll look at Nike a little bit later on. NKE. Nike. All right. Where is he reading chat from? No. Good doggy. That's funny. Dev. All right. Comedic Animals. Hello. Jasper. The dupster. Okay. Simplify this for us. You're buying calls heading into the week of the stock's dividend date. Yeah, and? All right, Lip Doctor, CRWD. Is that over 20 years old? I don't think so. Now, I got somebody asking me a question in a language I cannot read. I only invest in Iranian missile manufacturers. Cool beans. Daryl, what are you talking about? Get back to bowling. All right, whatever. They're a better way, integrated options portfolio, all the market upside without the downside exposure. Cool. And what is the average rate of return for that? I'm kind of curious. Hello there. Greetings from Portugal. Good evening. Check out RCAT. What the heck is RCAT? RCAT. RCAT. Oh, Red Cat Holdings. Never heard of it. Okay. Well, let's check it out. Who finance? AT. I've never heard of it. Okay. In here, want to learn. Rising sun. Keep showing up. Keep asking questions. Hey, Ben. RAP. What the heck is that? WRAP. Technologies. Martin. What do you think about investing on them? Long-term investment. Okay, Bruno. My idea of long-term investing and your idea of long-term investing, 2 totally different things. Me, 30 days. That's my idea of long-term investing. Okay? Now, I looked at NVIDIA earlier. It was a double, maybe even a triple hell no. Okay? Now, the other one you're talking about, Lockheed Martin, LMT. Interesting. Let's take a gander. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. 472 is where we are right now. Okay, so at 472, the closest strike price is going to be the 472.50s, and it's going for 560, which is over 1%. If you like Lockheed Martin, which apparently you do. So let's take a look. A year ago, 473. Sorry, 474. Well, doesn't that suck? A year ago, you're at 474. Well, now you're at 472. If you held this for a year, what did you make? Nothing. Think about it. A year ago, 474. Now it's at 472. You lost $2 holding it for a year. Now you may have collected the dividends. Okay. All right, so let's check this out. 474 a year ago. Jumps up to the high of the year, 620. And that was in the middle of October last year. And then we drop down to the bottom of the year, which is, TDS Day. Right around here. And that was 419. This is the last 30 days. Now, the interesting thing about this is, where do you think it's going? Because it's not really screaming out anything at me. Okay, 470 jumps up to 485. Drops down to 445, jumps up to 487. Drops back down to 460. Now she's going back up again. If you like it. Okay, so if I do the 472.50s right here, I can pick up $5.60. So let's try that one. Let's get rid of that. Let's do a covered call on Lockheed Martin. The 472.50 right there. One contract. And at the market, here we go. Ready? Buy one covered call, Lockheed Martin, 100, which is the weeklies, 27 June 25, which is this coming Friday. The $472.50 is going to cost me $46,296. Okay, so what rate of return is that? Well, let's check it out. Calculator, clear that. $954 is maximum profit. The cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, $46,296. So me, okay, $46,296, and that gives me a grand total of 2%. 2%. What's wrong with that? Now, 2% a week, that's over 100% per year if you can get 2% a week. Okay, how long do you have to hold Lockheed 472.50? Well, it's currently at, let's get rid of this. It's currently at 472.46. So it's only got to go up 4 pennies. 4 cents to hit my target. So the question that I would ask, well, do I like it? Am I willing to hold on to it and sell a covered call every week until it hits my target? Well, my target is 472.50, and the stock price right now is 472.46. Well, that's pretty damn close. I could be out this week. I could be out next week. But if I'm not, and if the stock drops, am I willing to hold on to it until it recovers and go back over what I paid for it? Cool. That's the whole idea. Why would you buy anything unless you're willing to hold on to it for however long it takes for it to hit your target? And if you don't have a target, well, it's like having a ship without a rudder. It's just going to sail off to who knows where. You need to know where you're going. What strategy are you using? What is your goal? These are all very important questions. All right, so Bruno, I hope that answered your question. John Smith, you can remove lots of the risk with integrated options portfolio. Okay, John Smith, what's the ticker symbol for integrated options portfolio? I'm kind of curious. I would absolutely love to give all my money to this person and have them pay me 50% every single year and me doing nothing. Is that what he's offering? I'm asking. Oh, Tiny Coco wants Coca-Cola. Now, I very rarely buy Coca-Cola. I mean, yeah, they've been in business for over 120 years. Okay, here we go. 69.74, 70, 39 cents. That's a 0.5%. Sorry. I think I may have bought Coca-Cola twice in 20 years. Did twice in 20 years. The numbers just don't work for me on Coca-Cola. Yield Max. We already talked about Yield Max. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats. We already did that one. Sir, pay attention. Okay, your residents already did that. Felix, hello. Did you look at the gap? Yes, we did. Nike, we already did that one. AIQ. HTX 13. Oh my God. Texas Brown-Eyed Girl. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Nice to see you. AIQ. What the hell is that? AIQ. Oh, it's a hell no. Sorry. What's wrong with JEPQ? Oh my God. I love it when people ask me that question. I saying for me, JEPQ. Morgan Stanley. Now, I'm looking for one per week. Percent of it comes per year. Right? And the year-to-date total return, negative 1.4. Negative 1.4. Let's take a look at the historical data and see how because you have two choices. One, you look at dividends, how often have they dividends? You can read 20 years of annual reports to figure it out. I prefer to go right. So here we have with JE June 1st, 2022. June 1st. That's one problem. Let's look at another one. 37, 34. Now, so this. You want consistency of profitability. The very first dividend, 37, 34. Now, I okay, but I do know that 37, 34. Okay, for sure I'm right. 37, well, higher should be 38, 39, 40, 41, not 34. Okay, let's look at another one. 37, 34, backward, 40, 54, 38. Backwards again. That's 58, 54. That's 3 times backwards. 54, just 20 seconds. 57, 44. That's 5 times. 5 times. 45, 48, 35. 6 times. 37. Sorry, 35, 36. 36. 45, 41. 7 times. 42. 8 times. 38, 43, 45, 42 times 42, 55, 55, 49, 10, 50, 45, 48, 54, 62. So, 10 times it went backwards. Now, let me show you one. Hold on. my opinion. I could be wrong, all right? Oh, look at this. Microsoft has dividend all the way back to 1986. Now, I'm not going to go all of that. I'm just going to go to 95 because remember, I want 2 decades, 20 years. So 2005, here, 8, 9, 10, 16, 20, 23, 26, 39, 42, 46, 51, 50, 60, 68, 75, 80. Every single year, higher and higher and higher and higher dividends. That means they're going more profitable year after year after year. So when you ask me why I don't like JEPQ, because more than half of the time their profits are going down rather than up. Consistency of profitability. Now, if you like JEPQ, hey, more power to you. Me? No. Number one, it only has 3 years. 3 years. Okay? Microsoft has over 30 years. All right. Okay, so Adriano, I hope that makes sense. JEPQ. For me, it's a no. If you like it, more power to you. Okay, I just don't like it. The numbers for me just don't work for me. All right. Jackson, Wally World. Ooh, I bought some Wally World today. Believe it or not, I did. WMT, Wally World, Wally World. Wait a second, that's not right. Oh. WMT. And here you go. Here's Wally World. High low look at this, up down. What's going on here? Well, let's take a look. All right, so wait a second, hold on. 97, 87. Come on, we all know this. The next strike would be the 98. Well, the 98 is going for 79 to 83. Well, this morning it was great. Now, not so much. So I did buy some this morning, but I'm not buying any now because the numbers don't look right anymore. Sorry. So look what happened. Okay. Here's your bottom. Okay, 1, 2, today, third day. I jumped in this morning and I got over 1% this morning. Well, it's not offering 1% anymore. Sunny, IVMH. I have no idea what that is, Sunny. IVMH. What does that say? It says, we cannot find this symbol. So I'm going to say no to IVMH. Or is that LVMH? LVMH. That's a no also. Caitlin, how are you doing? Mons, how are you? The TikTok guy. Thoughts on ACHV? They're submitting their NDA this week. I have no idea what that means. I know what NDA means. ACHV. Hell no. Sorry. How much do you make a month off of dividends? Over 1%. Well, actually 1% a week. I just woke up. Cool beans. James, good evening, good evening. Moa, good evening. Scotty Young, thank you, Scotty Young. Your residence. Still here. Mason Larkin, check chat PT. I have no idea what it means. KHZ, Eddie, huh? KHZ? What the heck is KHZ? KHZ. Addison Avenue? Okay, KHZ. Cannot find that symbol. Uh-oh, Luke wants to take a look at Alibaba. one valuable Luke. Your office. Good historical. Only two. Canada bigger. Lake is close to the Alps. I want to live in girl. Good evening. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Texas. It takes 11 hours to get to El Paso, Texas. Wow. 85% don't know where the U.S. is on a map. That's horrible. Good evening. Congrats, new money. Okay, 200, not 1,000. Okay, I'm not quite sure what you mean, 200. Kind of afraid to travel nowadays. No. Google says 48% have passports. Okay. Dave, how you doing? Anthony, how you doing? Microsoft, we already did that one. Why does Nike options seem so high? You'd have to ask them that question. I don't know the answer to that one because they're all created by the market maker. Okay. Do you write money at the money or out of the money? Concerned citizen, back again. How are you today? It's always going to be about the numbers. Which is the safest? Which is the most profitable? I go from there and then so on and so forth. Apple, crowd. Yeah, we looked at crowd. Okay, how can I invest if I live in a foreign country but want to invest in the U.S. stock market as a U.S. citizen living in a foreign country? You can use what is called a VPN. Lisa, good evening, and how are you today? What is your strategy then for 10 kin, I assume? Josh, I have no idea what you mean. Too much blue. Oh, I'm not even going to get into it now. What broker are you using? That would be Charles Schwab. What's good on here? Yuri, how are you doing today? My eyes, too much blue. Options about NVIDIA. Sorry, Bruno, I don't do NVIDIA at all. I invested in Lockheed Martin long term. What do you think about that? Greetings from Portugal. I also invested in Palantir. Okay. I don't do Palantir. I don't do NVIDIA. But Lockheed Martin, we took a look at that a little while ago. Enzo, EFX, huh? EFX. Can you play a 60 running side? I've not traded in any types of investment or anything of that. Where should I start? Best I create a Webull account and download a Robin app. I would like to run it. Where should you start? You should start with what you understand. Never, ever do something. Drazik, what's happening, brother? I haven't seen you for a while. Okay. EF. Up. Go right to 4, 2006, 4, 2007, 4, 2008, 4, 2009, 4. That's 4 years, no increasing whatsoever. 2011, 16, 18, 22, 25, 29, 33, 39, 39, 39, 39, 39, 39. Nope. All right, we're at 26, 11, 26. I got answer up the rest of the question. So what do we have done over here? Cool beans. Ford, like Ford. ICANN Enterprises. Ooh, like that one. Check me tomorrow. CMG has been sideways for a minute. Really? CMG went sideways. CMG. I'm terribly sorry, but down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yeah, no, that's not sideways at all. How's looking SEMO? Never heard of it. Ford, yep. American Airlines, yep. Bank of America, yep. Broken English, safe. The Spotter. Pepsi, loves Pepsi. CMG, wait, CMG, isn't that, hold on. Chipotle, CMG? Oh, yeah, no. Cypher, I have $1. Alrighty then. I got $1. Hey, 0% of stocks. Okay. When you don't sell any. All right. Businessman, later friend. Okay, broken English, good evening. Arrow, hello. So you hit your 175, and that's like 1,000 right there, right? Depends on what you're starting out with, Arrow. Jeff, CRCL is a new company, not even 1 year old. Yeah, no. Ooh, fish hooker. Mara, I have some of that. Dude smacking his TV. Yep. My TV, I can do what I want. Where do you post your option trades? On my website. Hold on, right? The 10 for the year. Weekly trades for 2025. Okay, these are all right here. Account number 1, account number 2, account number 3. All the way back to January 1st. You click on any one of these and it'll tell you exactly what they were. Okay, Macy's, Foot Locker, Kohl's, ASO, Hertz, Foot Locker, Harley Davidson, Hertz, Foot Locker, Hertz, Riot, Kohl's. Hertz, Riley, Halliburton, Foot Locker, Kohl's, Macy's, Merck, Hertz, MPW, Foot Locker, Riley, Riot. Every single one of my trades on 3 accounts. I got 7, but I only share 3 of them. I got to draw the line somewhere. So let's keep on going. We're getting close to 11:30. Oh, hell no. Big Bear AI, double hell no. SEMO, never heard of it. Macy's, we're going to have to look at it tomorrow. How many dividend stocks do you invest in? About 300. So you are mostly doing dividend stocks. Yep. Lucas, I'm new here. Good evening. Club Med Tom, hey James, do you keep a monthly? Do you keep the monthly stocks also in your calendar? I don't do monthly options, only weeklies. JC, Google, no. Big Bear AI, no. Not for this strategy, standard long or leap calls. Hello, 1% a week is for you is like collecting $1,000. Okay, Coney, no. QBTS, you have to ask me tomorrow. Okay, you're going to have to ask me tomorrow on Coney. Hard to do 3% on a weekly basis. You're absolutely right. Okay, Nike will go down tomorrow. That way says that wick says put. Alrighty. How? AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. I lost 30,000 on Enviva, EVA. It went to 0. I've never heard of EVA. I only do stocks that have 20 years or more of increased profitability. Okay? What is the difference between a dividend and compound? Well, what is the context? Because a dividend is a portion of the profit. Compound could be a military compound. It could be a compound, which is a mixture of a couple of different materials in order to make something compound. Never mind. The context. You have to give me the right context for what that word is, because compound could be almost anything, depending on what's the context. Are you factoring theta? Nope. Delta, Greek. If you say so. What types of dividends do you like to invest in? Low or high risk? Zero risk. I like no risk at all. Ally is on my list. Riley's on my list. Verizon's on my list. Coca-Cola is boring stock. Yes, it is. Thoughts on QBTS? Gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Thawkins, how are you? We support first responders. Okay, fine. Daily, what's happening? Edwin, thoughts on PSTV? Never heard of it. Jazzman, MSTY. Okay, Jazzman, no. Okay, go look. Jazzman, seriously. Go look in whatever financial website you use and see how many years has MSTY increased its profits. For anyone else? I have no idea. Please explain to me how to sell calls for Ford at the current price. East meets West. Westy bestie. Hey, cool beans. How do you sell covered calls on Ford? You put the ticker symbol in, Ford. Okay, the Ford is 1075. Okay. More than likely, I'm doing the 11s. And the 11s at 2 cents, I would say hell no. Sorry. Walmart, we looked at Walmart. SCHD, we already said no to SCHD. POR, or is it no? Okay, BAT, okay, wow. TSLY review, nope. Walmart, we looked at that one. Tufts in QBTS. In general, I'm related to dividends. Okay. Maddie goes out. How Maddie goes out? MSTY should go above 22, right? I don't do MSTY because it's too young of a company. Okay, most companies don't get past 3 to 5 years. MSTY is not that old of a company. I don't do companies that aren't that old because to me, why would I give my money to a company that's not consistently profitable? Check out the numbers. How often have they consistently increased their profits? BBFS, Richard, I have no idea what that is. AJ, I don't do Tesla at this moment, but I am going to change my tune a little bit. SPY, hell no. Did you see the numbers for SPY? Chris, Tesla. Well, let's take a look at it later. Humana. Okay, it's past 11:30. I'm just going to go past the questions. You're going to have to ask me tomorrow. Super Microcomputers. That's SMC, right? Yeah, I know what it is. Have you reviewed Riley? Not tonight, we haven't, but I do own some Riley. College Professor. VS. I have no idea what that means, AJ. VIES. Okay, Vibes. Oh, College Professor Vibes. Thank you. AJ, thank you. Super Microcomputer. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. AJ French. 1% a week compounded over a year is ridiculous. Yeah, it's about 70, isn't it 66% or 70%, something like that? Matey goes out. You sit here listening to him, and then he says, ask me tomorrow, but reads. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm here from 9 until 11:30. It's 11:35. I'm just going through the questions because I like to read every question before I leave. Hey, from Alexis. Hey, Alexis, how are you doing today? Memphis, Tennessee. Gotta love it over there. Okay. Do you chase anything on TSX? Nope. I like the red better. Thank you. I bet. Can you wear the blue shirt and the red tie? Yes, I can. A bet. S bet. Oh. Talking about Realty. Yeah, no. Canadian TikTok. Hi, James. How are you doing? Your thoughts on Eli Lilly out of my price range. That's my thoughts on Eli Lilly. Okay, what do we have over here? Okay, as a beginner, where do you recommend I start? Education. Read and learn as much as you can. John, 12 to 15% buy options with 6% the rest in reserve. Reserve is bonds and conserve strategies. Pays for the options. Options have 3-year exercise period. Did you say 12 to 15%? Because that's only like 1% a month. I'm going to say no because I want 1% a week. Okay, tellers and tails. Thanks for your input. I too like dividend stocks. Cool. Okay, sir. My idea is 10-year investment. Okay. You good with that one, Bruno? No. In 10 years, I'm going to be 72. Yeah. Sorry. I have no desire whatsoever to go back to work. So, hypothetically, if I do not invest my own money, where's my money going to come from? Because we are the species on this planet that's got to pay to live here. And for me, I have X amount of dollars that I need on a monthly basis in order to live comfortably. Ooh, NARF, the VIX index, cool. What do you do when your underlying goes down significantly? Do you mean like goes down like 50%? Britain? Is that significant? 50% drop? I bought Kohl's at 22 and it dropped down to 11. I still got 1% every single week against it because I lowered my strike price. Daniel, cheers everyone. Bruno, I also invest strong in Palantir. I thank you, sir, for teaching us. Okay. I've looked at Palantir many times. The numbers don't make sense to me. Not that I don't understand looking at the numbers. Okay? The numbers don't make sense for me to invest in Palantir, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I have $150 in my bank. Okay. My first step to invest in my money. Okay. Okay. Hi, you're a great teacher. Thank you. Yes, the VIX index. Okay, what about it? Target 1000X. Okay, good for you. Reported for scam and spam. Pokemon trainer. Well, thank you for that. Rick, my idea of long term is, oh, look at that. I got one of those things. My long term is 30 days. That's it. What about Target? Love Target, Tina. It's on my list. Tiny Coco. Sorry, Tiny Coco. Eric, hello. JEPQ, no weekly options. Yeah, I'm aware of that. We are 138 IS song from Misfits. Okay. Oh, Nar, thank you. Why are you looking to maximize income? Do you have a day job? Dividends force taxes. Chadwick, thank you for that. Because I didn't know that. But here's the thing. I've been working since 1973. There's probably a good idea that you haven't even been born in 1973. So from 1973 to 2025, well, don't you think I deserve to retire? If I have enough money to retire comfortably? I'm not doing Palantir. Okay, Bruno, ask me tomorrow. Maddie, dang, okay. James, why are you ignoring my comment? I'm not ignoring your comment, East Week's Best. Yeah, you sent me a heart. Great. Okay, I see that. But your comment, I'm looking for it, and I can't seem to find it. Okay? Maddie goes. I gotta go all the way up, and I'm not seeing the comment from you, kiddo. So I'm not ignoring your comment. It's just not coming through. Okay? You sit here listening to him and say, okay, whatever. Thank you, Maddie goes out. Okay, Maddie goes out. I see you're a little unhappy with what I'm doing. Terribly sorry. Do you chase anything on the TSX? No. You like the red better? Can you with the blue or red? Yep, whatever. TikTok, blah, 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 blah. Okay, East meets West. I'm not seeing the question that you're asking. Why am I ignoring you? Okay, I'm not ignoring you. If you put something in your question that is out of bounds, so to speak, because we do have parameters set for certain words to not appear. So if you put a certain question in, a certain word into your question won't appear on the screen. I scrolled through all the screens. I can't find anything other than became number 8 fan in the fan club. Okay, thank you for that. And then I got the, why are you ignoring my comment? Well, I'm not seeing the comment. So I'm looking now. Ask me what your comment was. Sent it again. Okay, see, I have 3 comments here. East meets West. James, why are you ignoring my comment? And then JJ says, following the live. And then you say you sent it again. Well, I didn't see it again. It didn't pop up again. Just trying to understand what to do when you lose 20-30% and then realize when calls exercise. Okay, so Britain, I appreciate the question, I do. However, I look at my account twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. I have a good understanding where my positions are at all times. Now, you could, if you're a nervous investor, have what's called an alert. So if a stock goes to a certain point, either up, down, or whatever, you'll be alerted. Okay, do you recommend any stocks that grow and split, multiply to see it and forget it? Nope. Sorry, Dave. I'm an active trader. I trade once a week. I'm 20. Would you recommend investing more in a Roth or S&P VOO long-term gains? I know nothing at all about you, Cal, so I cannot, in a good conscience, give you any advice whatsoever. And I don't give advice. The only advice I actually give is seek a tax strategist if you're concerned about taxes. Never invest any money until you perfect some type of strategy in a paper trading account. Play some Monopoly with it. And then third, never use margin money until you understand the risks involved. So East meets Westy. Okay, you said you sent it twice. I did not see anything. So if you can reword it and send it, hey, Austin, what's happening? If you can reword it and send it, I'm standing right here in front of the screen. Jared, Kai, put as much as you can in a Roth. Okay. All right. How's my day? My day was lovely. What about HBAR? I have to look at it tomorrow. What about Apple? We looked at Apple earlier. LV, I think the person was talking about Louis Vuitton. Ooh. Fala Processa, Fala Sobra Bitcoin. I don't do Bitcoin, sorry. Good night. Falls Bravad. Okay, virtual. What's my net worth? Thank you for that question. Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. Hershey and oil goes down to the 60s. Okay. See it now. Britton Fisher, wow. That's the only thing I'm getting from you, East meets Westy. Britton Fisher, rewrite it 3x. Sorry, kiddo, I'm not seeing anything you're putting up other than at Britton Fisher, rewrite it 3 times. Are you using short-term call options on dividend stocks to make 1% per week? Yes, I am. East meet West. Yes, I can. The comment says, see it now. Okay. Jared M. Not. Any thoughts on Verizon? Yep, Verizon's on my list. HBAR chart. No. I don't speak that language. CVX, Chevron. I like Chevron. Nike earnings coming the 26th, hence elevated option premium, probably. I don't see anything he's writing either. Ooh, Home Depot. Love Home Depot. Marathon Man, how are you today? I just saved 15% on my car insurance by switching to Geico. New here, Pedro. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? QILD. No, I don't do QILD. Thanks for everything. Do you play Fortnite? No. Cuddy shop with that. See it now. Okay, East meets Westy Bestie. See it now is the only thing I'm seeing. Great, how are you? I am wonderful, thank you. So east meets west, westy bestie. Only thing I'm seeing is see it now with 4 question marks. That's it. If you're sending anything else, it's not coming through. I see one. Nope, that wasn't you. Really, Brian, we're learning DBL. Okay. High pound. Okay. Real Brian listening to Bruno, blah, 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 blah. Do you base your stock actions on political? Nope. Alphabet? Nope. I do QYLD, monthly dividends, 10% return. Dave, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Good for you. Okay. Now, I don't do QYLD because I don't like the numbers. Okay. I look at 1% a week, which is over 50% per year. Not a problem. What are your thoughts on Zim? There's a reason why I don't do Zim, and I don't quite know what that is off the top of my head, but we looked at Zim at least once a week because somebody, just like you, asks over and over again, what about Zim? And it always comes down to no. Some reason or another, Zim is a no for me. What country will able most technically? I have no idea. Why don't you trade during market hours? I do. Porsche, unlevered, and Alphabet, please. As a beginner, the best thing to do is get a second or third. All right, that's interesting. What can I do? 200 shares, 45 average. What can I do? Well, it depends. East, because see, east meets westy bestie. I actually see this one. This one says, what can I do? 200 shares, 45.50 average. What can I do? Well, what company is it? That's number one. Number two, what is it you're looking to do? And number three, what are your risk parameters? What do you find too risky? What are you okay with? There's a lot of unanswered questions, but from what I'm seeing here, oil is down. Yes, some of it is, not all of it. Zim at 43. Okay, right now. Dave Jenkins, I don't have a lot of time to spend on the computer playing around with stocks. Nothing wrong with that at all, Dave. Nothing at all. No, I do not day trade. Occidental Petroleum. Ooh, I love Occidental Petroleum. So you have Occidental Petroleum at 45. Where is it? Where is it? 45.50. Okay. Occidental Petroleum, 45.50. OXY. Okay. Interesting. The high, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up. What's going on here? Those are questions you need to ask yourself. What is it you want to do? Sunny Low, you said you don't do politics, but on days like these, is there a specific methodology for volatility? Okay, Sanilo, I don't buy anything unless I am prepared to hold it for the long term. What can I do? Sell calls? Yeah, you can sell calls against it. East. You can. Okay, but you bought it at 45.50. See, 45.50s going for, was that 22? We're going for 25. Okay? The 45.50s are going for 25 cents a share. Okay, it's a little over 0.5%, but 0.5% every single week is 25% per year, if you're okay with that. So Sanilo, okay, like I said, I don't do politics. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. Is the fear over? The fear of what? Is that a good stock for dividends? Daniel, I know not anything about you. You're okay? All right. Now, I always tell people, if you want a conversation, I love talking to people. I do. I call and talk to people all day long. DM me with your number, and I'll give you a buzz. Do I go to 46? Is it better? Well, East meets West. Westy bestie. I don't know anything about you, so I can't give you a yes, no, and I can't tell you what to do. See, I don't know what your risk parameters are. I don't know anything about you. So it would be doing a disservice to tell you what to do. Okay, Chase, AGNC. I used to trade AGNC until something happened inside, and now the premiums for AGNC, these things right here, are horrible. So I don't do AGNC anymore. Lychee, Tesla. Okay, I don't do Tesla because they have no dividends. All right, wow, I guess I got a lot of questions over here. America First, Patriots join the movement, support, okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, what happened to Tony Hawk? No idea. Do you make any stock decisions based on your... Nope. My first day looking for dummies in trading and crypto. What direction can I take? Okay, Anthony. Hello from Costa Rica. Ooh, I've been to Costa Rica. I love that place. Sanillo, Boeing. Yep, it's on the list. SCHD is not on my list. Can you make a call to me tonight? Yep. Send me a number. It's only 11. Oh, it's 11:50. Yeah, I'm going to be up until 1 o'clock in the morning, a couple more hours. Jazz, APLD. Okay, what about it? Okay, we're past 11:30, which means I'm not really looking at any other stocks. Okay, tomorrow is another day. Chase, Coney. Now, Chase, didn't I ask you to take a look at the numbers on Coney? Holding long term. Okay. AbbVie. Lychee. I love AbbVie. This guy not even live. Bro, did you even buy ASTS? No. Thoughts on hymns? No. I said hi. Forget everything but ASTS. Why? Goku. Good name, but no. Solana not so good. What do you think? Describe your channel in one sentence. Alternative investing for... Ooh, wait a minute. Alternative investing for... I'm going to have to think of that word. Accelerated growth. Oh no, accelerated earnings. I don't know, something like that. Zero response to YouTube. Thank you, Jordan. Wisdom Tree Physical Swiss Gold. Okay. Starbucks. Ooh, I actually have some Starbucks. Pepsi. We've been watching Pepsi for weeks. Cliff, hedging. Okay. This isn't the real account. Knowlster. I have no idea why you'd say that. Do you have a Roth IRA? Oh, hell no. You should read the fine print on the Roth IRA. But I'm not a financial advisor, so I cannot tell you what to do. Okay? Don't. 3 billion to a national debt. Okay. Intelligent and very attractive. Okay. You look like my dad. Okay. Can you tell me your channel is about? Investing in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. Got in late. Subscribed. What time frame are we observing on the chart? And what time frame are we looking for on the options? Ooh, good question. Every once in a while, I actually get a good question. Okay? Now, the time frame I look at is the 1-year chart, the 90-day chart, the 30-day chart, and then the seasonality chart. And then for the options, it's always weekly. I only traded my Roth. What's wrong with the Roth? Cliff, how are you doing today? Chase, we are only talking about shares, people ask. Okay. What are your thoughts on Palantir? No. Could you break down a put? Yes, I can. Can you tell us why you don't approve of Roth IRA? I didn't say I don't approve it. Everybody has their own different path. My path does not include the Roth IRA. Okay? I like different things. Now, I cannot tell you, well, I can, but I'm not going to tell you how you should have your money and where you should put it. Chase, what's your net worth? I'm not quite sure what that has to do with anything. Okay, sent you my number. All right, I'll give you a buzz in a minute because I think I'm done with all these questions. Urban.
Do you want to check our Pepsi today? It looks like in the 30-day chart, it's pretty low today.
And how are you doing today, my dear?
Well, I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome. No, for you, I will take a look at Pepsi. Give me a second, because I'm almost done with all these here. Do you ever watch Green Acres? Ooh, Green Acres is the place for me. High living society. I've seen that one before. All right, can you explain covered calls? Chase, absolutely. You buy a stock at a certain price. You sell it to someone else using a call option or a call contract, giving someone the opportunity to buy it from you at a certain price by a certain date. Also, Chase, there are literally hundreds upon hundreds of videos explaining the covered call on YouTube. Do you sell or buy? I sell options only. I do not buy. I made a killing on Symbiotic. Cool beans. Can you explain your strategy? Yep. I buy dividend stocks and I sell options against them for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks, and those are companies that increase their dividends for more than 20 consecutive years. There you go. All right, kiddo, let's do this. Pepsi. Now I'm going to do this for you, and then I'm going to be done for the night. All righty? Pepsi, here we go. Whoops. P-E-P. Yo. Ooh. Oh, no. I haven't found the bottom yet. Look. 4 down days in a row. So it's not even worth looking at yet.
Could be good for buying for that?
Me personally, now I can't tell you what to do. Me personally, I would wait to find where the bottom is, because this thing could drop some more tomorrow.
Okay.
See, let me get even a little closer. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 down days in a row. Finds a solid bottom, turns around, starts going back up. We've been watching Pepsi for the past 2 months, and it just kept going down, and now it's going, up, down, up, down, up. But not enough moved to make it worthwhile to get into. The whole chart, all right? Here's the high way up here at 180. And she's going down, retrace, down, retrace, down, retrace, down. Now she's kind of channeling, not going sideways, but kind of channeling in this area right here. So we're actually looking for the bottom of the year. Now, I love Pepsi because it is a dividend king. They do have 5 decades of increased profitability. So why not? You know what I mean? But for me personally, it's at 129. The 129 is going, I got to open that up a little bit more. The 129 is going from 125 to 131. So that's just about 1%, if you like Pep. But for me, I'd still, the bottom actually goes up.
Okay then. I'm looking up still doing some paper trading. I'm a completely beginner level in investing.
Huh?
But because now I'm actually not in America, I'm actually in the other side of the world right now.
Whereabouts?
Perhaps trading and the be different, right? Or is it just small thing?
Okay. Well, whenever you're ready, you're here. When you're ready, you let me know. I'll jump online with you. We'll chat. We'll see what's right for you. All righty?
Because actually presently I'm in Vietnam.
Ooh.
I'm maybe trading has to be really, really different.
Well, I would like to go there someday. Oh, we already made Nike. All righty. All right. Well, actually, you trade from where you are using a VPN, a virtual private network, and the market's open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not quite sure what time that would be where you are. Yeah, I get that part. So it's midnight now. So what time is it there?
I believe it's an 11-hour difference.
Okay, but what time is it now?
Well, now 11 a.m.
It's 11 a.m. So it's 12 p.m. here. So at 9 a.m. would be 8 p.m. for you. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay. So at 8 p.m. So at 8:30 p.m. that's when the stock market opens. So if you're online at 8:30 p.m., I mean, that's not that bad.
Yeah, that's not really bad. It's not that bad. But that means like the market is usually open at midnight in this country. I mean, nighttime, basically.
Well, if you have any questions, my dear, just ask away. I'm here twice a day, 9 a.m. and then 9 p.m.
Well, thank you very much.
You have a nice day, my dear. Okay, that's it for me tonight. And way past 11:30. 5 a.m. in the UK. Cool. Bruno, ask me tomorrow. All right, can you trade the same in a cash account or a Roth? You said read the fine print of the Roth. Yeah, certain things you cannot do in a Roth account. Certain things you can. All right, that being said, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. All right, so, I forget who it was. And the meeting, and here we are done tonight here. All right, they're done. Done, and done here. Cool beans. All right. Easty, Westy, I'm going to give you a buzz in a second. Let me finish turning off all the cameras and stop the sharing and stuff. All right, what are we doing? Share. There we go. And here. And now the end is near. And so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. We talk again tomorrow. Absolutely, Bruno. Make sure you're here earlier if you have some good questions. I'll state my case, for which I'm certain I've lived a life